A24 powered Toyota Celica, currently leading Tough Mounts 235 blown by a fair margin. But these guys are going to want a 4. They're worried about the overall result now, so let's see what they can do. Six. Oh!
So impressed with the job you guys did straightening out that bonnet. If you had a burst panel, Fablo, we're going to have another crack at this.
Yeah, I'm ready, let's go.
Mate, well done. We're glad you're safe. That's the main thing. Righto, we're on our way to the bend from Mildura, but we're not in the Celica. So, thanks to this dude here.
Look at that. Careful.
Oh, a pub. Oh, a pub. What do you reckon, Lauren? Should we go to the pub?
It's not fucking open either.
We're nearly there. Then we've got to drive all the way back. What was it, about 300 k's? 250 k's? 300. Go back, get back to the track, and then we'll try and get the Celica back on the trailer. Figure out where we're going to stay tonight and hit the road and head back to the Gold Coast. Oh, well, we made it back to the bend, just not the Celica. So I don't think we're the only ones. There's obviously, I think there's about 50 cars out. So out of this is our 4th drag challenge, and it's the only one we haven't finished. So it's not a bad effort. We always knew, you know, doing what we're doing, you're going to get times where this sort of stuff happens. It is part of the mission. Oh no, we got some flashing lights in front of Bags. We weren't going that fast. Bags has spotted himself a roof out there.
Hey, this is something I can actually fix.
Hey mate, I reckon you're all over that. Bags, after further inspection of the roof, what do you reckon? Can you do something with it? Couple of wire.
What do you reckon, mate? What do you reckon?
Righto, we've found a spot on the way back. There's cars everywhere, so we're going to have a look and see if we can find some R860 bits. Took the lady out the front. She's trying to get hold of her husband. Bags got bitten by one of the dogs. True story. So let's see if we can find ourselves an R860 in here. Far out. This is unreal. Oh, Valiants. Bits everywhere. What do you reckon, Bags?
Good luck so far.
Pretty wild, eh, what you see out in the bush. We're in this little town. I don't even think it's a town. We got an old Sigma. What's this, an old suit? Is it a Subi? That's pretty cool. They'll make a good drag and drive car. Far out, why aren't we just doing that? Yeah, it's a Celica. The bonnet's also buggered. Maybe it's just the thing that happens to Celicas. Oh, we're on the north side of Sydney now. We're getting close to heading back to the Gold Coast. So the old wrap the boys put on lasted all right. They were a bit weak with the duct tape, so we threw another roll at it. And that's been flapping around 110 k's an hour, not a worry. Mate, how lucky is this? Lucky day. Oh, so we put the call out on the Celica page in Australia. We found a guy as we're travelling home, he had everything we need. So that's a good sign. What do you reckon, Bags? Is it our lucky day or what?
It's in there now. We'll load her up, put her on.
We'll get home and we'll bolt her on. Oh, we've only got 100 k's to go. It's starting to get a bit tired. Now, we're obviously a couple of days early getting home, so that's sort of given us a chance, I think. I've got Donnie, old Hot Rod Donnie, out of retirement. He was meant to have the week off, but I've got him to come in, so that's good for old Donnie for doing that for us. We'll start by getting this bonnet off and the windscreen out. We'll clean all the glass out of it. That's going to take a while. There's glass everywhere. The roof's not looking too good. It's definitely all through here. It's all sunk too. It's not just the centre at the top. We've got glass. We've got shit everywhere. There's glass all through the back seat. Wait, click. I want to know how good your detailing is, mate. I want to see if this will buff out.
Best, mate. What are you talking about? Of course it'll buff out.
You reckon it'll buff out? He hasn't seen it yet.
Hey, there's something there to buff.
Hey, what do you reckon of that bulk job on the roof, mate? We could glue that all back in, don't you reckon?
Yeah. Bit of compound that will come out.
Should be right, eh?
Wow.
To be honest, I'm surprised that panel's still good. So that's a good start. Old Hot Rod Donnie's back.
Yeah.
What have you found in there, mate? A whole heap of glass or?
can make a new windscreen.
Yeah, way you go, I dare you. And over this side, we've got bits of shit everywhere, but got a little clean up. You reckon, Hot Rod Donny? I reckon it's starting to look better already.
We put an acrylic windscreen in this time?
I reckon we probably should, then they don't explode like that.
That's right.
Have to clean all the mess up. Nah, it's a street car, you gotta have glass. It's not a race car, sort of.
You need skill level to do this.
Oh. No, none of you guys even knew this bog in there. What do you reckon, Hot Rod Donny? Oh, we're starting to get somewhere. It's looking like the day it come out of the factory. Maybe. Right, so the roof's a little bit worse than what we thought. You can see it bulged out here. So obviously the impact has smacked this section all the way down, which is right about 3/4 of the way through the door glass. So what we'll try and do, we'll clean up all the spots we're going to be working with, and then we'll try and tack in some plates, maybe with a hole in it or something, and come up with some ingenuity. What do you reckon, Hot Rod Donny?
Yeah, we'll get it out.
We'll get it out, eh? Yeah. And whatever we don't, do you know what we use, mate? Bog, Donny, bog. I love this stuff. Donny doesn't let me use bog. I just do it when he's not looking. Well, that's a good start. We can see some metal again. So from there, we can try and weld some something to it to try and pull this roof back up to where it should be. It's not looking the flashiest, but it's not too bad. We're in a pickle. We can't get the hood liner out because of the roll cage. So we'd have to physically cut that cage out to have any chance of doing that. So however we're going to repair this, it has to be done from the outside. Not ideal, but we've got a little bit of a plan. Right, this is getting pretty out there, Donny. We've got some mechanic tricks we're trying that we don't know if they're going to work. But we'll see. We'll hook it up to... Hey, Donny, what are we going to use, though, to lift that now?
Forklift.
A forklift. That's a good idea. How about we try the hoist arm? We'll hook a chain to it. We'll do that before we get serious with the forklift. But you can probably, it doesn't do it justice showing just how much it's bent in. So when this is being pushed down, it's also popped it out here. So hopefully when we lift that out, we can tap that back in. Already we're starting to see a bit of an improvement. We're looking really good through there compared to this side, which we haven't touched yet. So I think we're onto something here. Well, that's actually looking surprisingly good. We've got our last little dent we've got to pull out of the front, but this system is working not bad. Obviously it's still going to need a bit of bog, but nowhere near what was in it. So look at that, we've achieved something. Hot Rod Donny, we got a piece of glass in there, mate. Oh, it's even better. It was better than it was before. That roof's way better, so that's good. Righto, another day. Hopefully today we can have a play with this bonnet and we'll make sure all that's going to go back on nicely. So the hinges are a bit bent, and same as where the hinges bolt onto the body's all been pushed in. So we'll have a play there. Got the guy coming out to do the windscreen hopefully too, so that'll make the car waterproof again. That's my main focus because I've got to get back into work. So usually this thing sits out in the car park. So now we'll get into it and we'll try and get this thing back up and running. Hopefully by the end of the week it'd be nice to throw another burst panel on and make sure the engine's all right still. Well, there's always more than one use for a lot of things out there. We've proven that in the last couple of days anyway. It just does it so easy. The worst thing, you got to be a bit careful on the button, otherwise you could probably pull shit a bit far. What do you reckon, Hot Rod Donny? By the end of today it's going to look like a car.
Yeah.
I reckon we'll be racing on the weekend. We better,
some skids
we better enter a test and tune on Saturday night just to make sure it's still fast. Righto, we got the windscreen experts here. It's 8 o'clock in the morning, the 2 days after we've gotten back. So that's a good start. I think we're gonna have a waterproof car sooner than we thought. What do you reckon, mate? Did we do a good job getting the old one out? Or was there a bit of tidying up you boys still have to do?
It's not too bad. I'm alright playing over it.
Good stuff. The old auto wear drink holder's the only thing that survived. Now we're starting to get somewhere, Hot Rod Donny. What do you reckon?
Yeah, it lives again.
It's gonna live, mate. What did we have to do to the bonnet? Do a bit of slicing off the latch.
Cleaning up.
Bit of rust converting maybe.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Now, in my opinion, these latches are the only ones to run. They're stronger than everything else. Obviously, with the force that happened on this car, it's not up to the latch to control that. But all the V8 supercars run these better than some of them standard ones, or there's some other ones out there that guys use and they learn once. Well, unfortunately, that was to be expected. The old throttle body's copped a bit of a hiding. We do have a spare one of them in the trailer though. So it hasn't just bent the blade, it's bent the shaft as well. Oh, that's starting to tidy up, Donnie.
Getting there.
May as well give it a bit of love now before it goes to the paint shop. Still got to cut a little bit out of it where the turbo sits, and obviously where these bonnet pins have to go through. What do you reckon, Hot Rod Donnie? Is that going to give us enough clearance? It's got to be close.
Might do, be close.
It's a lot neater than the last one, but the last time we had a couple of goes at it because we moved the engine forward twice. So that's one good thing about having to do this, I suppose. The car's probably going to end up better than it was. A bit less bog in that roof. Far out, we're ready to race again. A couple of bonnet hinges, a burst panel. Let's see if this motor starts. I'm starting to be a little bit worried about that engine now, to be honest. Righto, this is the part I've been waiting for, Donnie. Which bog are we going to use? Nah, that's for the holes. That's the serious one. But what have we got? Rage Gold.
We've only got one tin though.
Oh, one tin. Oh no, we're going to have to go to the shop, mate. If we can't fix it with those 2 tins of stuff, then there's something wrong with the roof still. Oh, I'm quietly excited here. We got some new bog tools. This one's just about the width of the roof. Mate, we're going to impress some people, Donnie. They're going to be impressed when they see how we do this. So old Dolly from JOH, he got his old man to come down and drop us off some burst plates. So we've got plenty in the future now. We can do as many nitrous backfires as we want. Maybe I should have picked up a couple more bonnets off the guy. Yes! What a relief. Goes to show, we're on top of the steel. That used to be quite thick through there. That was its worst part. So we're going to be down a few kilos. That's a good start. We got our first 4 litres put in on the roof. No, there's only probably half a litre in there, believe it or not. So we'll see how much of this we sand out. I think it's a little bit low still through here, but I'm no panel beater or painter, that's for sure. Oh, a bit of hard work and she's nearly ready for a bit of primer, so. Righto, that'll do it for this one. Thank you to all you guys for watching these drag challenge videos and watching the aftermath and how we made it back to the coast. So it's definitely been a bit of a mission. It was an awesome trip. Without all the sponsors, you know, we wouldn't be going as fast as we are. All the boys put in a real good effort over the week. We had plenty of laughs, so it was a lot of fun. So over and out, we'll see you on the next one.
Well, that was interesting.
Break it down.